In this video, I want to show you how to fully set up your Yamaha soundbar. This model is the SRC30A, but even if yours is different, don't worry, the steps are exactly the same. So let's set it up, let's connect it to a TV, and I will show you how to use all the different features. So to connect your soundbar to the power adapter, you will need the power brick, okay, and one of these cables. This is for the soundbar, and if your has a subwoofer included in the box, in that case you will need to take this cable and without having to use any power brick. So in the back I'll connect this end over there and the other end in my power outlet. Then I will connect this end in the power brick. From the power brick, you'll take your soundbar, and this is where the power cable goes. And finally, plug the other end in the power outlet. So I want to take the time and explain to you what each of the buttons on the remote control of your Yamaha soundbar are doing. So let's get started. We'll start from the top and we'll go down. So obviously here we have the power on and power off button. Let me simply bring my soundbar closer so you get a look. My soundbar doesn't have any display, but it has these lights down below that will change depending which button you press. So on and off, as you see, will make it do this small light dance that you saw. Then on the top we have TV, optical, Bluetooth, and analog. These are to select the different inputs on the back of your soundbar. If we take a look over here, we have an HDMI port, two optical ports that are named TV and optical. So if you press the TV button over here, it will take the input from the HDMI or the TV optical cable right over here. One of these two, depending how you have connected your TV. Then if you press optical, it will take the input of the optical input over here. Analog is over here, analog. So if you prefer connecting your TV using a 3.5mm audio cable, well, you can do that. And finally, we have Bluetooth. If you press on the Bluetooth button, take a look on the front, it will select Bluetooth. And if there is a device connected using Bluetooth, well, the light will switch to blue. If it's not connected to any device and it's in pairing mode, the light over here will flash white. Then if we continue, we have the clear voice button. Clear voice will enhance the voices that are in a movie. So it will try to make them clear, especially at night. If you put the volume low, you have trouble understanding what's on the screen. Well, by pressing clear voice, and I will do it right now, these three lights over here will blink, and this will signify that it's turned on. If I turn again, it has blinked only once. This means it's turned off. Next, we have bass EXT. This is for bass extension. It, just like it says, it will enhance the bass in your music and movies, which means it will add more bass over your music, which some people prefer. If I press on it, again, it has blinked 3 times. Blink once. This is how you know that you turn them on and off. Flashing 3 times means it's enabled. Flashing 1 time means it's disabled. Then we're gonna have 4 black buttons. These are for the different sound modes. So first we have stereo, the first one. If I press on it, you're gonna notice it has blinked there. Stereo mode, the sound mode provides stereo playback. It is the sound best suited for music playback. And again, I'm simply reading from the manual what it says here to be precise. Then we have standard mode, which the sound mode provides surround playback that is best suited for TV programs such as sports broadcast. It will put more attention to voices when you go into standard mode. Then we have 3D movie. This will give you the best result for a movie. It will produce a three-dimensional sound field and create sound space that seems to envelop your body. Well, again, this is what they say. And finally, we have game mode, which, well, obviously it's better for video games. It accurate localization of individual sound effects, providing a highly immersive gaming experience. The best is to simply use your soundbar and go through all of them to see which one fits you best. On the left side, we have the volume of the subwoofer, and on the right side, the volume of the soundbar. The info button over here is a bit unuseful in my opinion. This is if the LEDs over here are turned off and you want to bring them back, you simply have to press. Additionally, if there is LEDs lit up and you press the button, it will simply turn them off for around 5 seconds and then they will come back. Not very useful, as I said. Then we have the dimmer button. This is if you want to dim the lights on the front of the soundbar. If they annoy you, you can press. There's 3 levels of lights. As you see now, it's dimmer. It's maybe hard to see on the camera, but definitely can change the intensity of these. And finally, we have the mute button. If you press it, it will simply blink like this, telling you that it's on mute mode and no sound is coming out because you press the button. How to use an HDMI cable to connect your Yamaha soundbar to your TV. Take one end of your HDMI cable, and by the way, if you don't have one, I'll put a link in the description towards Amazon where you can purchase one. Go in the back of the soundbar, and right over here on the side, it's a bit hidden if you look straight forward. This is where you're gonna see TV ARC HDMI out. This is where we need to connect this end of the cable. Here we go. On the back of your TV, it may look different than mine. This is an LG TV and the HDMI ports are located on the side. It's important to connect the other end of the HDMI cable in the HDMI ports where it says EARC, or it could also simply say ARC. On this specific TV, it's the HDMI number 2, but maybe on yours is the number 1 or 4 or whatever. So take the cable and connect it in that specific port. Next, we're going to turn on the soundbar if it's not already the case by pressing the power button and using this button over here, the sound input. You need to press on it until the TV light is lit up. You can also use the remote control and simply press the TV button. Now turn on your TV. Depending which model you have, this is an LG TV, so I will have to press the settings buttons over here. And we need to go into sound out. Go down, okay, until you see sound out. Select it. Whoops. And now we need to shuffle, okay, to go with the arrow until we get to HDMI. Here we go, HDMI ARC. Select this option. And now the sound will go out of the TV directly on the soundbar using the HDMI cable. And the best thing about this is that you can use your TV remote control to control the volume of the soundbar. You don't need to touch this remote anymore. So let me just show you. If I press, okay, this is my LG TV, I can control my Yamaha soundbar with it. Now, if this doesn't work for a reason, it may have to do with your TV. I'll show you on an LG TV what you need to do. If you have a Samsung one, it's a bit different. So go into the settings. I'll go all the way down where it says all settings. Then sound, advanced settings. Let me go down. Here we go. Where it says digital sound output, you may have a few different options. If you are in PCM and it doesn't work, simply switch to auto. If auto doesn't work, switch to another one. Some TV will also have Dolby and other options down below. Go one by one and try them all. Most of the time, this is why you don't get your sound output correctly. I want to show you how to connect your Yamaha Soundbar to the Yamaha app. This way you'll be able to control it directly on your phone or tablet. The app uses exactly the same features and has the same buttons, has the remote control. So in case you lost it, or maybe it's not very convenient to search it every time, well, you'll have access to everything at your fingertips. Let me show you how to do this. Step number one is to go on the Google Play Store or the App Store and search for the Yamaha Soundbar Remote app. This is the app that is compatible with my model over here, but in case it doesn't work, Yamaha also has another app called the Soundbar Controller. This is the one that actually worked with my unit over here. Open the app, go all the way down and check the first one. The middle one you can leave it blank, and then the last one. Press next. Press search. Make sure that your soundbar is turned on. Press allow. And here we go. It has found our soundbar. From here, I'll go quickly through all the different settings. So here we have the input settings, which is exactly what you get on the remote control with the white buttons. Then you have clear voice if you want to enhance the dialogue in your movies, and bass extension, which will add a bit of bass over what is already there. And down below you have some sound presets, depending what you want to depending what you're listening to, you can switch between them and you can hear a difference. So it really depends what you intend to use your soundbar. Down below you have the volume of the soundbar, and if you press the small arrow, you'll be able to select the presence of your subwoofer if your soundbar is equipped with one. Then you have settings, where you get more information about your soundbar, and you can also change the LED indicator. So if you don't like them to be very bright at night, same thing with the dim button on the remote control, you can switch between them. You also have a power button where you can switch on and off the soundbar. If you want to delete all the Bluetooth devices connected to your soundbar, there's also a button over here that lets you do this. How to factory reset your Yamaha soundbar. Step number one is to turn off your soundbar. I have already pressed the power button and right now it's off. Next, you're gonna look on the top, and as you see, this is the volume up button, the speaker with many waves. We need to keep press this button and the power button both at the same time until all the lights on the front flashes. Do not release these buttons. So let's do it together. I'll try to do it like that. So I'm pressing both of these and I'm waiting. Okay, it's flashing and I can release. The soundbar has been factory resetted. Be patient, do not release your fingers until it has stopped flashing. Now you're ready to pair it again using Bluetooth or any other inputs on the back. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, take a moment and comment down below. Subscribe, like, and I'll see you in the next video.